The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome one and all, everybody around the world, friends, pals, guys, gals, everybody in between, whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, welcome to the uncensored, uncompromising podcast of the Ravens Flock. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
Hello. It is good to be again once more in front of the camera.
Well, I'm the one in front of the camera. You guys are behind little avatars over here. Welcome,
Many
everybody.
No. Angel's behind an avatar. I'm behind, a nice, pretty black and white picture of me. Very artistic.
Local man hides in monochrome. I hide in card games. We are not the same.
We are not the same. Here's the thing. I could hear that in your voice, Angel, but I also hear that in Giancarlo Esposito's voice. We are not the same.
We are not the same. Unfortunately, I do not carry his rich baritone just yet. Give me a few more years.
Welcome, everybody, to The Black Files, the uncensored, uncompromising podcast of the Ravens Flock, where we zero in and focus in on the darker subjects of the world of geek culture, pop culture, internet culture, the cosplay community, and beyond. I'm your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, and joining me here, of course, are the usual suspects. As you can see, we've got, hang on, I still have this friggin' thing over here from Jose's program of Wrestle Rewind. Sorry about that, folks. Let's see here. We have Angel Mendez joining us, the host of Los Amigos Play. Why don't you go ahead and say hello, Angel?
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. There was a little delay in sound. Normally, I don't show for these episodes very often, but when I get the chance to, I'm always happy to do so. Thank you kindly for accompanying me on this matter, and I hope that you enjoy what we have to talk about today.
And, of course, also joining us here is the founder of the Ravens Flock, host of Wrestle Rewind, the Thursday night wrestling recap show, and the master of ceremonies, if you would, for our flagship program, the Ravens Flock, Jose Casabona.
How you doing, guys? Yes, it's your boy. It's Jose Casabona. I am the host and founder of the Ravens Flock. I am 6'5" tall. I have size
6'6". Quit lying.
Fine. Then that means that you're 6 feet and you need to quit lying.
I'm not lying. I'm legitimately 6 feet. No, I mean, I'm legitimately 5'11". You're legitimately 6 feet.
You're 6 feet.
No.
Local man lies his way into success once more. Many such cases.
But thank you for the introduction. I am the host and founder of the Ravens Flock, and I'm happy to be on this on the Black Files once again, talking about very, 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 very heavy topics that we don't normally discuss on our regular program. Indeed.
And for those of you who are first-time viewers, first-time watchers, first-time listeners, first-time consumers of the podcast, we invite you to please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We simulcast this podcast every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/theravensflock, and our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/theravensflock online. Please hit the subscribe and follow button on the on the lower right-hand corner of your screen of the bit over here. Either hit the notification bell.
Below the X.
There is no X here, Jose. It's the Black Files. Right. It's not the Ravens Flock. No, there really should be, but to be perfectly honest, it's not. This isn't that type of show, Angel. We are not the same.
Okay.
The main Ravens Flock show has an X. The Black Files, which is a sexier program, does not. We are not the same.
We are not the same.
Are you saying that this is sexier than our main flagship show, Juan?
Kind of,
yes, for it is brutal and uncensored, untouched by the ravages of time and despair.
Kind of, yeah.
Something.
I'm saying that. And since we are going to be discussing the interesting yet nebulous story of revolving around an influencer, a social media personality by the name of Tayler Holder, we do want to go ahead and let you know, as we always do on this program, this is uncensored. We're going to swear. We're going to say shit you're not going to agree with. Any opinion that's expressed or brought forward is solely the opinion of that one person. does not represent the Ravens flock in its entirety, and everyone is entitled to their own goddamn opinion. And speaking of which, my opinion is what the fuck, Starscream. I'm fine with. I have an opinion here that there's stupid people who are disagreeing with. Eminem was fucking awesome. 50 Cent's allowed to be a little chunky. He's earned it. And Snoop Dogg getting high is not news. Before
clearly never seen before event, the likes of which has shaken society to the core. Snoop of the Dogs took the devil's letters into himself. Clearly we gotta call the goddamn church now.
It's just Snoop Dogg being Snoop Dogg. What the fuck? Are people bored for you last week?
No, it was people being
so high
friggin'
that he streamed video games for 2 hours with no sound on. That should tell you something.
It's like at the beginning of the Super Bowl, the halftime show, like before the performance, Snoop Dogg smoked a joint, and people are like, oh no, he smoked a joint, no, shocked and fucking chagrined. And making fun of 50 Cent because he's on the heavier side of series. Like, oh, they should call him $5 at 50 cents. He's so fat. He's so out of shape.
Maybe it's just me, but I think we should worry less about 50 Cent's weight gain and more about the fact that man has been steadily losing his fucking mind on social media.
That's true.
Seriously, that dude is posting on inch shit, and I'm laughing, but at the same time I'm going, dog, are you all right, man?
Curtis Jackson, are you all right, man?
Mr. Jackson, do you need help? Blink twice. He hasn't blinked in 3 weeks. Holy shit.
Oh, don't worry, Angel. The guy who still holds the king of all things fucking bonkers is Kanye West.
Well, yes, but we haven't heard from him in some time.
Except for the fact
that no one man should have all that power.
Except for the fact that Kanye, after his breakup with Kim Kardashian, put up a photo on Instagram of a dude choking out another dude, and the dude being choked out, he tagged Kim Kardashian in it. I'm like,
Kanye,
yeah, that ain't passive aggressive at all, is it, Steve?
Bro, there are easier ways to deal with your. I understand you're going through some bad shit right now, but there are surely easier ways to deal with your grief. Besides putting it out there for the entire millions of fans that you have to see.
And of course,
you are asking for the memes, my man.
He's asking for it. At the end of the day, Eminem's allowed to kneel at the end of any performance he fucking wants. They got pissed off because he kneeled at the end of him singing "Lose Yourself" in the halftime show in the middle of an NFL football field. Because people are like,
of all the crazy shit that all the rap artists have done, that one ranks very, very low on the Jesus Christ, what is going on?
Oh, but you don't understand. He's disrespecting the troops. He's so horribly disrespectful. Like, motherfucker.
How unpatriotic.
Have the troops been able to recite Rap God yet? Then the troops can shut the fuck up.
God damn it. No, like literally, I say this without any hint of hesitation or without any fucking compromise on this. Eminem, Marshall Mathers, is quantifiably and quite evidentiarily the only white guy on planet Earth who has been given tacit and perpetual N-word privileges by the rap community, and he still actively goes out of his way to never use it because he's a real fucking G. Because he knows, like, great, I'm thankful that I get the privilege to use it. I'm just not gonna, because it's not for me.
That's how you know he was worthy of the power, because he didn't need it.
Exactly. Like, you really want to mess with Eminem? Like, if he's gonna kneel at the NFL in the middle of a performance, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to stop him from kneeling? Are they going to, like, shoot his kneecaps or something? Are they going to
going to censor Eminem?
They tried
doing that.
They tried.
How well did that go the last time?
They've been trying that since 1999. It hasn't worked since. It hasn't worked yet.
And there you go.
Speaking of performance, Juancho, and I want to say this right now because I actually want to shut this down before anybody asks any questions that's not related to the subject of the Black Files. I want to say this right now. No, I will not. I will not be answering. We will not be answering any questions related to wrestling on this program. I want to keep it focused, and I want to save any questions on that for this Saturday, because there is a topic that we do want to discuss, but I'm going to save it for Saturday. In fact, I'm going to put that disclaimer right in the comments, right in the chat right now.
Feel free. Go ahead.
We got to make it clear here. There is a time and place for the wrestling talk, and we are now outside of the ring. who are in the office right now in suits looking at papers and wondering why nobody's getting paid.
Yep.
You know what, Angel? I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yep. Well, people can actually help us out with getting paid if they wanted to. We have a Cash App. It's in the description below. It's Cash App, hashtag the Ravens Flock.
Please help or poor.
Yes, please. Any
We also
donation.
have merchandise.
Yes, which is also in the description below, teespring.com/stores/the-ravens-flock. The description is there. You can get yourself set up with a discount code, but you're going to have to ask us for it. Speaking of which, Geeks5Ever is on the YouTube chat. How you doing, Geeks5Ever? Welcome to the Black Files. He's saying, hey, we getting paid about damn time. I wish. I fucking wish.
My man, if it was getting paid, you'd be the first to know, because this show wouldn't exist anymore. We'd be on a boat somewhere.
In space. It'd be a space boat.
We'd be like, hey, Elon Musk, keep your shitty electric car. I'm going to space.
He's like, but it's all right. I'm using my shitty electric car engine to fly us to space. No, that's not how it works.
No, I'm good. Listen, I respect the nuclear option. Not because of energy saving. Fuck the planet. It's because I want bigger booms.
I'm actually remembering this one thing that our favorite Indian Canadian tech support tech dude Mudahar mentioned from Some Ordinary Gamers. He basically put it out, said, we are living out the Metal Gear Solid 2 timeline without all the cool stuff. We've got information control. We've got information control. We've got genetic control. We've got battlefield control, but we don't have cool nanomachines or cybernetic bodies or
robots worth a damn
or giant robots.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we just have the mundane, stupid shit. Like,
We got all the, but you can think for yourself, so we're going to think for you, because thinking bad. Stop thinking. Think bad, no think.
That, I appreciate it.
Swiper, no thinking.
Swiper, no fucker. Now, we're going to, like I said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this topic here of Tayler Holder. And I want to go ahead and just start this off by letting folks know, real straightforward. Yeah, I know this is a little bit outside of our wheelhouse. Yeah, the Ravens Flock, we're not the first people to be discussing this stuff. As a matter of fact, a lot of the information that we're getting out of this is coming from other news, from other, I almost called him a fucking news source, from other YouTubers.
Other sources of information.
What was that, Jose? From other sources?
I said other sources of information.
You almost gave him credit. Careful there, Juan.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't want to do that because the main source that we're getting all this from is, believe it or not, the host of the Drama Alert channel, Mr. God Almighty! I can't even believe I was about to call him Mister.
Hey man, clock twice a day, etc., etc.
Yeah, I know. But for what it's worth, the guy has sources and people talk to him, and he's a millionaire, so I guess there must be something to him. Daniel M. Keem, better known by his online persona, Keemstar. Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6,
I have
7,
to tell
8,
you.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I knew I was missing one. No, please go in. Like I said, normally I would not care much for Drama Alert to actually tell me anything worth a damn. But, as we said, broken clock, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, no, like the thing that bugs me about Keemstar isn't the fact that he looks like a living garden gnome. It isn't the fact that he's older than my sorry crunchy behind and is still trying to pass himself off as a cool 26-year-old dude. It's the smugness about it, but apparently
that he thinks he's the best, but he isn't the best. I am the best.
I'm the best in the world.
The problem is he has a bigger beard than you. That's what gives him the smoke. If you cut it off, he dies.
He's got a bigger beard. He's got a bigger following. The guy's got how many fucking subscribers? How many millions?
Enough.
Fucking sell. Like seriously, 5.71 million subscribers on his channel.
A very impressive number.
And I cannot fucking stand it. I can't. I
That
literally
sounds like
can't.
fake news.
No. It's not fake news. It's real news. It's just I can't. But the guy's got his he's got his millions. He's made the guy's made his money. He's made his millions. He's made his following, and people in the Los Angeles YouTubosphere, Ogram, Blogify-verse people, they talk to him. They talk to him and they reveal stuff to him, and they trust him as a impartial source. So, again, take that for what it's worth.
Hey, man, any piece of information, it's still information that we can go on.
Exactly. More importantly, it's information we can use to succeed where others have failed.
That being said, Juan Joe, I think we should start by getting a little bit of background of who Tayler Holder is, for those who don't know, and for those who are just joining in.
Yep. Well, I can go ahead and give you guys a very, very, very basic breakdown about this young gentleman. Like, truthfully, like, he doesn't seem like he's got a care in the fucking world. Just looking at the way he carries himself, he doesn't look like he's got a fucking care in the world. Like, but to be fair, looks can be deceiving. All right, so Tayler Holder, he is an American singer, actor, and social media personality who rose to fame through his usage on one of Angel's most loathed social media platforms, the Talks, which TikTok.
Disgusting. I'm leaving.
No, you're not. You're fucking sticking around.
Angel,
son.
you start cringing.
You sit your ass down, Junk Synchron. I will use you.
I wish to escape.
I will use you, and I don't give a damn.
From this duel. I will remove myself from this duel.
I'm going to use you along with I'm going to use you along with my Sangan, and I'm going to go ahead and use you to put together my Junk Gardner. All right?
I will not be labeled.
Fuck.
Is that what it is, Juan? Is Angel just a part of your plan, or your grand scheme?
Always have been.
Always have been. Freaking astronauts with a gun.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Okay.
But that aside, for what we understand is that this fellow in particular doesn't seem to have any red flags, any past crime history, anything to truly distinguish him from anyone else we have seen, contacted, or spoken with. In fact, as far as we know, this man was a complete unknown to us because we were not in the TikTok area that much. It was just kind of like, it's just here kind of thing, you know? And then he just suddenly became the talk of the town for more or less becoming an unknown by himself. Like, please remember, my beloved viewers,
like, not unknown.
Up until this point, nothing besides this guy being a TikTok personality was known. Like, there was nothing bad or good. He was just there like many, many others, making the fame, doing the jokes, getting the cash. And then this happens all of a sudden.
It really is a little odd because he's over here. He's a singer. He put out his debut single in 2018 called Fallback. He's been on a couple of TV shows too. He was on the television show Dirt, where he portrayed the character of Luke, and he was also in the teen fantasy series Total Eclipse. And currently, he's living in the Hype House, which is a group of TikTokers who all live together. They collaborate. They work on content in the same household. They work together. They live together. It's what you would expect of young kids who are rich and famous for being TikTokers and influencers and dancers and all the good social media stuffs. It seems harmless enough. The motherfucker's got over 6 million followers on Instagram and 18 million followers on TikTok. So
very impressive.
Very good. Good for him. Like, yeah, sure. Okay. You do you. He's clearly got looks. He's clearly got some kind of talent if he's got this kind of success story. So, definitely. Obviously, we're not here to hate on a motherfucker. We're not here to fucking rag on someone.
We ain't got none to hate about. Because as far as we know, he's done nothing wrong that deserves the aforementioned ranking.
However,
go for it.
Within the past, I would say 10 or 11 days, as in days, less than 2 weeks, less than a fortnight. Seemingly out of nowhere, buzz and gossip and talk of every major social media influencer personality from the Los Angeles area went ahead and unfollowed Tayler Holder. Just boom.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just gone. Just off.
No
just persona non grata.
No excuse. Just suddenly he was there and suddenly he was gone.
Yep.
Just like that.
1 minute here, 1 minute gone. Just done. Just off. Now, Keemstar, in the video that he put up, actually, I actually closed the tab on it. Give me a minute. Like, for the record, I'm not trying to, like, downplay the guy. I'm not trying to shit on him as horribly. I'm just better than he is in everything that I could ever hope to do. Okay, 8 days ago, he put up his video where he was discussing the situation where folks who were connected to Tayler Holder were all just like either saying no comment or like the truth will come out in a few days. Give it time. I'm like, what truth? What is it?
Truth? Yeah, that's my question. They keep talking about the truth, and yeah, that's all well and good. But what is this truth that they so jealously defend? I could use some information on this, you know.
As could I. Which is why I am seriously confused. But the issue on this is actually very, very precarious. The rumored problem involving Tayler Holder is very nebulously being...
that this is a rumor. We are not confirming that any of this has happened. We are merely working with the information that has been provided with us up to this point. Take everything that you hear from this point on with mountainous piles of salt. I'm only going to say this once because I know how the fucking internet works.
Agreed. Juan, continue.
Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do over here. Give me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago on this. Give me a minute. What's our freaking font that we use for the Ravens Flock? It's not seventh, the other one here. Helvetica New. There we go. Ha 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 ha. All right, so let me see. I did it so freaking huge. It's ha. Oh, goody. Here we go. Here we go. Big bad speculation warning. So
yes, you know what? Let's put that there. Let's play
blinking it safe. Warning for everyone. Speculation. What we're discussing is purely based on rumor and innuendo. It is purely based on unfounded, unmitigated talk on the grapevine shit. It is not
mere heresy.
It is not. Well, this isn't impactful enough. Here, now it's in red. But there we go. Speculation warning. Okay,
please take into account.
I'm having too much fun with our freaking.
Point is based on mere opinions, which we believe to be as facts. Blah blah blah. My lawyers told you to tell you to shut the fuck up.
There we go. That's a spirit angel. So basically, he's being accused of multiple different allegations of sexual misconduct of some kind. No one's saying what kind. No one's saying what the hell he did. No one's even saying who he did it to. So we don't fucking know. Nobody does. And no one close to Tayler Holder is even mentioning it. No one's even saying why or what the details are. Geeks5 Error is saying what? He's using Angel. He isn't a piece of meat or a booty call. When I was talking about using it as a synchro material. You're a tuner after all.
It has to do with card games, which when you think about it is far slottier than actual sex could ever be. So yes. Now then. See, normally this is the part that actually worries me, because when this kind of thing goes down, when normally a person comes up with this kind of accusations, it doesn't matter if they're real or not, or if they're an allegation. I know how the fucking internet works. The second somebody receives allegations, everybody starts jumping down their throats. Everybody. And even after they are proved innocent, if they are proved innocent, oftentimes they never quite recover from it. So the question is, why is everybody taking so long to say anything? Either
You just went.
than we expected.
Hang on, Angel. You cut off for a moment. Can you repeat what you were saying there?
Where did I cut off?
The part where you were saying, like, right after the shit about the things you do online, like you could disprove it legally, but that shit stays there, and that's
unfortunately stays there, and bad reputation persists. But I know for a fact, based on previous events that we have seen and covered.
Oh, you were asking how long this took? Yeah, why it took this long?
Yeah, why it took this long, and more importantly, why it's taking this long right now. Because normally when accusations like this come out, almost everybody immediately jumps the gun and starts pointing fingers. Everybody's taking their time to distance themselves from the person and say nothing, which implies two things. Either this crime is far worse than we're expecting, assuming that is right, or somebody's trying to cover their ass by distancing from this person as much as they can.
Exactly. So normally, whenever something like this comes out, you have an accuser. You have someone coming forward and shouting it at the rooftops. You have somebody coming forward and hollering it for all the world to see and know and hear. I remember a couple years back with the whole problem with the internet's favorite disgusting, filthy, pedophile punching bag, Onision. When the accusation of him actually grooming the girl that lived with him, Sarah, it came out in the form of like literally a one-line tweet from a mutual friend of hers. They basically said, "So Onision fucked Sarah." Period.
Jesus.
And
it just kind of went right at it.
Just right at it. Just cut straight at it, and that was it.
Wow.
But that did lead to Sarah going ahead and giving her testimony, her statement, and all of that blowing up in the most beautiful way possible. Geeks5 Ever is asking here, is there any proof of these claims?
I'll go through the comments.
Okay, yes, you go through the comments, since you're the comment
Okay.
monitor.
Yes, there's lots of comments from Geeks5 Ever. First off, Salty. This one question here: is there any proof of these claims? The reason I ask is because these kinds of accusations ruin lives. Going back to Angel's point.
Exactly. Like I said, right now we're just talking on what we heard so far and information that our beloved friend here, Juan, has been providing me on this case to get more info to talk with. But yes, like I said, we are getting info based on what we're getting. It's news just kind of hot, which is why we're not doing any accusations or pointing any fingers. For all we know, this man is completely innocent. We're simply working with what we got here right now.
Exactly.
And so to answer the question, is there any proof of these claims from Jesse Goku?
From anyone.
Asking from Geeks5 Ever. And again, speculation warning. Warning. At this time, not a single person has actually come forward to provide details, to provide the accusation, to actually provide the details of the story. Which usually at that point, it's like, okay, it's a rumor, it's an unfounded rumor, and no one's coming forward to saying, yeah, I know, and here's what happened, ABC, XYZ. Normally, at that point, it's case closed, done. That's it. That's the end of the program.
Yeah.
We're done. Get out.
That would be basically the end of it at that point.
Yeah, that would be it.
That's it. Problem solved, excellentius fidetia kind of thing,
Exactly.
But no, that ain't how that go.
See, here in the Ravens Flock, we don't cover something like this unless there was something more to it, unless there was a different wrinkle at this situation, unless this had a completely different angle going on. So, the situation is as follows. While no one is actually coming forward or making the accusation, Tayler Holder's PR team, or like the people who represent him, have been completely gung-ho on sending out cease and desist notices to any YouTuber or like news outlet or other social media influencer who is reporting on this. Like basically the same way right now that we're talking about this right now. I'm half expecting to open up the inbox for our Gmail over here. By the way, if you actually need to send any sort of business inquiry or would like to discuss future collaborations with the Ravens Flock, feel free to email us at theravensflockonline@gmail.com.
We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have, or not.
Or not. No, like
Maybe
seriously,
I don't feel like answering questions today.
like legitimately, we can go ahead and we can have people we can have people send us emails, but like I'm half expecting to receive an email live in the middle of this freaking talk. I'm half expecting this shit to just pop off.
Maybe
Or at least someone to try to come in and like shut us down. Like, oh, hey, have you seen what the Ravens flock is doing? Anything. Because, yeah, while I get it, we're small fries and shit. Like, we're assholes in the internet. We're not that big a deal.
I was going to say, we just had a success on our subathon. Can we call ourselves small fries at this point?
Still, yes. We are still small fries.
We are made of delicious junk.
Joseph, you have to understand, until we hit a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and have received 4,000 hours of total view time on our channel, we're not monetizable, meaning we're not marketable, meaning we're small fries.
Okay, fair enough.
For now.
I call us small fries not in the quality of our work or in our integrity, but in the actual statistical fact that everybody talking about this besides us have an infinitely bigger following than we could ever hope to, at least for the moment.
God damn it.
So the Geeks 5 Ever is asking, can you blame them? And if it's fake and someone's making shit up just to ruin your image. See, that's just it. If it is just being made up, who is making it up?
And more importantly, why aren't they denouncing this immediately?
More to the point.
The moment that this becomes fake, you think that the smartest thing would be to come out with a statement and go, somebody's making up bullshit about me or investigating the matter. Please keep aside and don't speculate.
More to the
Because
point.
you think about it, the easiest thing would be to say, no, I didn't do whatever the fuck they're saying.
Exactly. Like, now Tayler Holder himself has basically said on a different podcast, obviously not on us, come on, that he and all party members involved in what these allegations are choosing to handle this situation offline. Like, okay, cool. What is the situation? Are we allowed to know what it is? Can we ask what it is? Can we ask who it involves? He was just...
Cease.
He was
Stop asking questions. Consume product.
But we're asking these questions so we can tell whether or not if you're worth fucking defending or not, or if there's any weight to these fucking accusations. If there's any
question,
if it's
you're getting no answers.
But I ask a question. Please answer. No.
No.
Just no.
No, that's literally that's not happening.
No, you got the Bugs Bunny. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
See, you got it, Jose.
Well, thank you very much. But keep going.
But like, the bit that fries me up is apparently the only person within social media right now who happens to have all the dirt and all the details and all the knowledge of all this is Keemstar himself. Of course, he's not saying a damn thing though, because
that might be because he himself doesn't have all the details.
Maybe.
Remember, this is based on the information that he's getting too, and he didn't reveal most information either.
He didn't reveal any of it. He didn't reveal any of it.
So he just dropped a juicy piece of bait and swam off to better waters. By the way, this post that you sent me, this tweet long
no, that's separate. No, Angel, that is separate.
That's a completely different thing.
That's a completely different thing that has nothing to do with this.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Because I know, no, it's fine. It was a bit of a correlation, but I know for a fact that if Keemstar had more meat on this matter, he would immediately say something. Because come on, the man made his entire business on drama. So you know for a fact that the second he got any juicy bits, he would not say what you will about him, justified or otherwise. He doesn't hold back anything, whether you agree with him or not. So if he found something juicy to tell you, he would 100% tell you.
Yeah, no, he is not above like sharing the stories. He wouldn't give up his sources, but he wouldn't be but he isn't above sharing the details of a story. Because of course that's how he made his mint. That's how he made his shit here. So
that's how the money gets made.
For real. Like the thing that fries me of all of this is why the hell is everyone making such a big fuss over this situation if it's a nothing burger, if there's no real meat to it. One, really, really obtuse rumor. So again, hang on, I gotta do it again. Speculation warning.
Speculation, not confirmed. Don't read into what we say.
We're basically shooting shit and guessing here.
Exactly. Jesus jumped up Christ. Is that Tayler Holder had been for some time discussing that he has a new single that he's dropping. A new album that he's dropping, and that's going to be coming out within the following weeks, which was oddly timed with all this shit going down.
Indeed.
So, if this is the way you want to fucking promote a music album, I gotta tell you something.
That's a hell of a way to promote the publicity.
The cloud ain't worth this kind of shit.
Yeah, let's not lie to ourselves here. A sexual harassment allegation is the kind of thing that sticks to you. Even if it's even if you prove your innocence, the dirty smell of it will follow you forever. It's the kind of shit that ruins careers. Normally, when somebody accuses you of something like this, the best option is to basically either be quiet immediately and work on defending yourself, or make a statement telling somebody that you're innocent and explain that you're trying to work on defending yourself. The fact that they're going out of their way to mute everyone, including the fact, any channel that speaks about them, and the fact that literally everyone else is cutting ties and not saying anything, it means that most likely they are trying to hide their own dirty laundry, or they have enough connections within that industry that they are afraid to point too many fingers. One of those, if you reveal my dirt, then I reveal your dirt kind of shit.
Yeah, no, that actually makes sense.
Mind you, I am just speculating here, but this is the world of famous people, and if Hollywood has told me anything, is that famous people are a specific kind of fucked up.
But on the other hand, this guy's literally a child. He's like 23 years old. I know. I'm aging myself.
He's a child to us.
He's a child to us, and this most especially to my crotchety old behind. In my day, no, Juno.
Oh, shut up! You're just a year older than me.
It happened to me, and it will happen to you.
No. No way, man.
But yes.
I'm going to stay cool forever. No.
Running aside, there seems to be no actual explanation to what's going on besides a lot of mystery. And the part that worries us is the fact that, everybody's doing their best to be mum on the matter, which, well, frankly, worries us. Because if nobody's willing to say anything, imagination runs wild and people will start thinking that it's worse than it actually looks.
Exactly.
In other words, I see no fire, but holy shit, that's a lot of smoke.
That's actually exactly it. It's a fucking mess, and I don't understand why people are being mums about it. Usually, in this day and age, if there is any sort of controversy or if there's any sort of drama, especially with these kids,
would scream it from the heavens.
Exactly. They would be screaming it to high heaven. They'd be like, okay, this guy, what's her fucking face? Tana Mongoose, Tana Mojo, the freaking Storytime girl who created a convention and fucking crashed and burned and fucking got married to a Paul brother for clout and shit. Even she made her fucking drama videos of being sexually harassed by people, and she made that with no fucking filter, with no regards to how true or not true this shit is. I remember very
open mouth and spew words.
I remember one fucking thing that she was talking about, saying how a guy fucked her with a toothbrush.
Jesus.
There are things that shouldn't go into. Listen, there are things that. Listen, I'm gonna say it right now. I consider myself a fairly open-minded human being. But also, I'm not saying that I'm going to be extremely prejudiced against that type of individual. I'm stating that I'm going to be.
God, okay, I get it. Maybe the person has a terrifying fetish for vegeta dentata, but that's not the way to play out that kink, son. Not everybody's in on that.
I will not judge you for your tastes. I will, however, judge you for your tastes. You deserve it.
You have shit taste, son. Over here, Jesse Goku calling me old, sending me up for Medicare.
I mean, we are currently in the open enrollment period,
which runs through until, when is it, March 31st?
March 31st, so anybody who is 65 over years old can contact the Medicare offers and actually get some better benefits to the Medicare Advantage plan.
God!
Oh God! Please, let's not bring our job into this. God Almighty!
That isn't my job, but I've been getting so many commercials of that I have come to almost completely 100% memorize it. It's terrible.
How do you think I feel? God Almighty.
But the difficulties of life aside, once again we are left in a myriad of questions, and the question mainly being what is going on, and if you're innocent, it would not hurt you at all to literally make a statement saying I'm working on proving my innocence.
I'm taking a minute. You guys keep talking, and I'm going to keep talking over here. I just switched my camera off for a minute because I got to adjust the tripod here.
Yeah, by all means, you do that. I'm going to go check on the comments real quick. Give me just a second while I get into it.
It's literally just Jesse Goku making fun of us being old, even though he's old.
How dare you be 100% right, you goddamn Saiyan ape.
Yeah.
This is why Frieza destroyed your planet, because your motherfuckers ain't got no filter.
You filthy monkeys.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm catching up on the comments now. Yeah, from Geeks Forever. If it's fake and someone is making shit up just to ruin your image. And look at this accusation of the Nazi incident with our group. When Anime blamed, when Anime Matsuri blamed us for the Nazi cosplayer, a lot of people still hate our group despite we had nothing to do with it and we were found innocent. Yikes!
So don't get me wrong.
You gotta make a statement.
Saying, don't get me wrong, if it's real, the dude's a piece of shit. Then making fun of us being old, and then he's kinks, I'm out. He works for an insurance company, which is a 5-star program, and their open enrollment is year-round. Care Plus is only for Florida. He went on around. No, I went on around.
Yeah.
Ha ha. Ha.
Digressions aside,
the
thing that makes people doubtful is not the fact that you're not proving your innocence. I mean, hell, there were many people who simply didn't say anything until defended. It's the fact that you decided to go out of your way to stamp out any rumors. At the end of the day, when you try to shut people down, that creates the impression of why are you trying to shut me down? What are you implying? Of course, one could argue that he's in the right of wanting people to not talk about it, but at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, you cannot censor the press. The only thing you can do is prove them wrong or prove them right.
Exactly. Like, fucking, what do you call it? At this point, it becomes a matter of like, okay, this sort of situation requires a response from anyone. If there's someone who actually was harmed by Tayler Holder, they need to come out. They need to say something. Anything. Any fucking thing.
Yeah, that's another thing, though. They would say something immediately, wouldn't they?
Yeah, for real. Exactly. Especially if they think they can get something out of them. You got to remember that these guys who run these social media platform houses, like where all these social media kids live. He's part of the Hype House. They're run by advertising agencies and marketing firms. Those guys, what happens is this. It looks like you have TikTokers and YouTubers all living together, making money, living in a big luxurious thing because they're so rich and all that. No. Do you have any idea how fucking stringent and how fucking crazy it is? They're on 24 hours a day almost. They're making content in those videos.
It's reality TV, isn't it? It's just reality TV.
Like, actually, no, it's like the behind the scenes shit in reality TV is more accurate here. Like, they're actually working, and by working, they're doing fun shit. In our case, it'd be making videos or music or TikTok clips or editing, or they have people who live with them who do the editing for them and stuff like that. And their whole lifestyle is basically subsidized by these marketing firms, by these advertising agencies who lease the houses. Like, they don't even get to, like, the kids who live there, they don't own the house. They're just living there basically rent-free in exchange
They barely own their own body autonomy.
Barely. No,
but yeah, it's reality TV.
Yeah, no, like, and what happens is that they're basically living there rent-free, living with other, like, hot young kids who are successful influencers and all, and in exchange for living in this nice, swanky house rent-free with all the resources and all that stuff, they basically have to sell their souls. And by which I mean they're putting forward their work is like the property of this advertising agency, like the people who actually bankroll them. They're
the usual celebrity gab, you mean?
Pretty much. It's like they're owned by whoever actually owns the house, and they have to do merchandising for these guys. That they say you have to go this one place, you go there. It's basically
it's like being a Disney child star.
Pretty much. It's the next phase up from the old Hollywood studio of contracted actors. Instead of being contracted to one studio where you make movies only for that studio and you acted those movies, you're contracted by this advertising firm, and instead of being paid, like, you get your revenue or whatever, you get your ad revenue from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever. They get that, but in exchange, a percentage of that has to go to the firm. And basically, if they say jump, you say how high.
So it's Hollywood easy mode, because it essentially gives you the money, but you don't have to take acting classes.
Fuck. Oh, man.
Wow. Great comparison there, Angel.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
When was the last time you saw a TikToker that actually did decent acting? I'm not talking about comedy skits. I mean acting.
Hi. Over here. Yeah,
well,
I know.
hang on a minute. Comedy skits is a form of acting. That depends on your definition of acting.
There's a very key difference in 30 seconds for a joke and actually doing a proper dramatic scene or a comedy for longer than 60 seconds. There's a very key difference.
I can actually point to one TikToker that I'm a fan of. Actually, there's two of them. One of them, she is an adorable young college girl who goes by the handle Female Peter Parker. She does basically one-man plays of like shenanigans involving MCU characters, and it's basically herself at a green screen doing different characters of the MCU. As you can imagine, primarily Tom Holland's Spider-Man, hence the name Female Peter Parker. And she would act them off with herself playing other characters. And she's good at acting. Of course, the stuff is funny. She gets with she actually puts in the effort to write out the scripts herself. She acts everything out. She does all her editing on there. So as far as like skill and talent, she's got that going on. Like I said, you can call it silly comedic, but hey, comedy is still acting and it's still entertainment. So give her that.
Tragedy is easy. Comedy is hard. That being said, have any of the people working on that project are anywhere near as good as she is?
That depends. It depends on what their actual project is. What do you call it?
Yeah, because I'll be the first to say I don't know what the hell they do there, man. I don't watch TikTok.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Like, however, there are other TikTokers and stuff like Tayler Holder who primarily go in for singing, and of course, those who can sing, they can fucking sing. Just off the top of my head, what's his face? David Frank. Hang on a minute. I'm actually going to go ahead and David Michael Frank is his name. He is a fucking wild singer. He's damn good, and I don't say that lightly. You know how my fucking standards are in terms of singing. What's her face? Michael's girlfriend, whatever, on our subathon stream on Sunday, she was over here making fun of me singing Shania Twain. That's not me actually singing. You guys have heard me actually sing.
Yes, we have.
So
unfortunately.
Oh, fuck you, Jose. You could barely carry a tune.
I was waiting for that.
Jose, you can't carry a tune if it was stapled to your face.
That's why I'm instrumental. Yeah, that's why I'm instrumental.
But this guy, David Michael Frank, he's got the voice of a superstar.
Nice.
Let me just give one example over here, if I can find it. Here we go. I think I should do this one. That's a dude singing Celine Dion.
Wow. That's actually very impressive.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Wow. Call me impressed. He actually has very impressive voice range.
Yeah. If you're going to belt out Celine, you have to come correct. I know better than to try to hit it at that octave. I could sing that in my registers. And you hold me like this, and you touch me like that. You see through it all, that it all coming back. Like, I can sing in those registers, but going up that high? Motherfuck, you gotta come correct.
I am unable to reach that level of high pitch. Take a hammer to my nutsack.
Yeah, no, for real. Unless you end up sounding like a munchkin instead.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Hello, I am Angel Mendes. Welcome to Los Angeles Play. Yeah, no, that would be.
Give me your money, you son of a bitch.
That would be horrifying. But like, you see what I mean? Like, they're like, whoop. Hang on, I'm over here trying to get off of that. But you see my point. I'm very discerning and very discriminating when it comes to people with talent. This boy Tayler Holder, he's got it. He wouldn't have 18 million fuck followers on the Talk Switch tick if he was just a pretty face. Which, by the way,
number of followers does not talent equal. This much we know for a fact.
No, yeah, of course,
but nonetheless, at the end of the day, this man clearly has got something going on. He's got some skill. He's got some moves. He showed us his moves. The moves were pretty cool.
But at the same time, what the fuck is this thing story about? What happened? Why is no one coming forward? Why is no one speaking up? If it's a nothing burger, say so.
Maybe the problem is so big that it's not a nothing burger, but we still don't know what kind of burger it is. Like, for all we know, this might not in fact be a nothing burger, but it could be something far more insidious. Like a burrito.
No, worse. A hot dog. A very, very cheap hot dog.
I don't care what they call it. That is not a sandwich.
Exactly. That kind. From the shadows, a hot dog emerges. And that hot dog is this fucking story.
Yeah, except that it's an unknown hot dog, like the ones from New York. What are the green bits? No one knows.
Hey, I'm going to tell you over here, the hot dogs in New York are the greatest you'll ever have on planet Earth, all right? Nathan's hot dogs are pure beef Franks straight from the shores of Coney Island, all right? So don't you be knocking on New York hot dogs.
No one can tell me what the green bits are, though. They tell me they're the best part, but when I ask, even the guy who was giving me the hot dogs is like, it's a mystery.
Wait, the green bits? What the fuck hot dogs are you eating?
The ones from that Spider-Man comic that I was making a joke about, but nobody got.
Oh, god damn it. This is what happens when we cannot figure out what the fuck's going on in the story.
What do you think you were going to get from Angel?
An answer. I never said it would be the answer you wanted.
No, but it was an answer nonetheless.
But ultimately, we are still, the hot dogs aside, I mean, hot dogs are pretty good, but we are still being left in the limbo of not knowing what's going on, with a lot of questions that are basically making us go, this could be a lot easier to clear up if we got something. Now, let us not get into the wrong place here of mine. I am not demanding an answer. I'm just saying that if you refuse to give one, and if you refuse to make any allegations to innocence or otherwise, then you should not be surprised when you expect people to start making ideas and stupid, retarded moments of their own. It's inevitable. People are curious animals. By default, they desire to know. And if there is no answers, then they will simply come up with the answers themselves. Idiotic as they may be, who knows? Maybe if we throw enough poop at the wall, the monkey will write Shakespeare.
Okay, I know what you were going for. I know what you were going for with that metaphor.
The most accurate metaphor, but that's okay because my metaphors are always perfect.
Not really, but I still understood what you meant.
That means it was perfect.
No, it wasn't perfect. It was terribly flawed, and you should be ashamed of yourself. But we know shame is not in your
I am the perfect cell of perfect words.
No, you're not. The fact of the matter is that this wouldn't be a big deal if it weren't for the attachment of Keemstar basically going, like, dangling in front of everybody. I know the secret. I know what's happening, and you don't. What the fuck, man? Now, I'm not over here trying to say, Keemstar, go ahead and reveal your sources because Tayler Holder told him everything in confidence. But at the same time, fucking Keemstar, what the fuck?
Keemstar comes out going, yeah, I found where the children were buried.
Wait, what? What children? Where are they buried?
The story got a little more complicated than expected.
Exactly. Like, say something, any fucking thing, instead of the stupid drama shit. Instead of the stupid clickbait shit. I get it. That's where he makes his money, but at the same fucking time, come the fuck on. Come correct.
That being said, see, this is what leads me to believe that he doesn't know any better than we do right now. Because, like I said, the point is, he would not hold this back. This is juicy news. This is hot news. Hot off the press. Just came out. He would, like, if this was happening right now, he would not be able to resist letting us know. I mean, I will not pretend to understand the mentality of Keemstar. I hope I never do. But ultimately, if he had the information, we know for a fact that he would be like, guys, holy shit, look at this. And he would not stop until he dropped every single detail he could find, because that's clicks and that's views. But right now, the way I'm seeing it is, if he's not saying anything, that means that most likely he himself doesn't know what's going on. At least, not yet.
At least not yet. No, you're right.
Not yet.
He could very easily be milking it all out, basically saying, "What's her face?" That,
so would we, to be fair.
Like, oh hey, like I know the secret, I know the truth, but he probably worked it out with Tayler. Like, okay, so you're not going to tell me the details on this, but can I go ahead and tell everyone else that I do know? It's part of my brand. Like,
I don't think he would accept that either. I mean, Tayler is going out of his way to literally censor people who are talking about this. If a channel as big as Keemstar's is not getting hit by the censor ban, that means that he most likely got the information from somewhere else. Speculation at this point, but yeah, no. Whatever is going on there, I wish I knew more, but right now we are basically stuck in, so now what mode for a while. We're going to keep an eye on this, of course, so we know exactly what's happening, but ultimately, I believe that no one knows, and the ones that know are not saying, because either they have some previous attachment to the matter, or because everybody works in the same industry. And you know what they say about people in the industry protecting one another.
Or maybe because they're afraid, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, if something comes out and this guy starts dropping dirt on someone else, it could completely fuck up somebody else's career choices. This is the kind of stuff that screws you over. What is it again? Something about not snitching? I'm not saying that place is prison. I'm saying it kind of feels like it based on the description you have given me.
It's fucking wild. I'll say that. Like, the entire point of all this is that the speculation of it all is what's driving everyone to be be talking about this. The fact that we don't know anything is why people are so attracted to this story.
Yeah, the mystery.
Exactly. Who doesn't love a good mystery? And apparently that's the angle they're going by.
Who doesn't love a good scandal? That's the Let's not lie to ourselves.
Yeah.
We want to know what's going on. The general public just wants to know who they're going to be making shitty meme pictures for Twitter for the next 3 weeks.
Yep, until the next asshole who has an allegation come up against him comes forward. Like, see, here's the thing. I'm not for accusing anyone of anything falsely, all right?
Of course.
I want to know for a fact that if I'm going to come correct against somebody, that they actually did something, or at the very least that there's enough evidence to prove, or at least to show that the claim has some weight to it.
Exactly. As they say, assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Exactly. So if there's nothing to this, I'll be the very first one to fucking apologize and say, like, okay.
I'll be like, hey, good.
This was
the first one to go. Thanks, mate. Congrats. Your reputation is not irreparably tarnished by everything and everyone around you.
But at the same time, if the motherfuckers did something, I would also be the first one to fucking call them out on it. Like,
yes.
There's also the fact that ultimately, assuming that this somehow gets solved somewhat peacefully, this guy will never be able to trust any of his co-stars again. Think about it. Like, let's assume, for the sake of argument, that this man is innocent of whatever he's being accused of right now. Like, he really didn't do anything wrong. Like, it was either a misunderstanding or a fan that went completely fucking loony and tried to take advantage of his fame. Let's be honest, we've seen it happen before. Remember what happened to Kanye West?
When?
Oh, a while ago. So he went to have sex with a woman, and the crazy bitch tried to pour the semen of the condom into her cooch so she could basically baby trap him. But the man knew about it, and he filled the condom with hot sauce.
Gross.
Wow. You know what? Yeah. At this point, it would be considered weird if Kanye West didn't do something that was fucking weird.
Hey, can you really call it weird if he was proven right? She tried to baby mama him. Like, this man almost ended up in a legal disaster, but he played it safe. And like I said, The point is, we have seen people try to get away with some nasty shit against others who are more famous or rich just because they can and because they feel like they're right. So for all we know, this could be a case of that. But like I said, the fact that everybody is just keeping mum is the one that makes me go, huh, what's going on here? And even if he's proven innocent, he will never be able to trust those people again, because the second any allegations came out, every single one of them got contact with him. Nobody bothers saying anything except quietly say, I don't know this person. I have never met this individual. I did not have sexual relationship with that TikTok. See what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, so what the fuck is it? What did he do?
Or what did he didn't do?
Or what did he not do? What was it?
What is he? The important question is not what did he do, is what he's being accused of doing. Because the fact that he's being accused, well, let's be honest, it will not be the first time a TikTok person has been accused of something. Whether they're guilty or not, that's completely irrelevant. Right now, right, because we don't know. What matters is that they've been accused and we don't know what it is. And whatever it is serious enough that literally anyone else they know just went, nah. Like, let's be honest. Even when we have been our cases of celebrities, voice actors, TikTokers, we have covered these cases before. And in every case, while there have been many who claim for their guilt, there has always been at least a portion of people that claim for their innocence. No one is claiming anything at all. They refuse to even speak. That's the part that makes me go, huh? What is going on here, I ask. No one is saying anything. And that's the part that makes me wonder, not why are you hiding, but who are you trying to protect with this? Could it be perhaps that they're trying to hide the identity of the victim for their own protection? This could be a possibility. After all, because a person's life could be ruined if they become victim of a particular sexual crime. It is not just the accused that gets really screwed over. It's the victim in particular who suffers because they are the victim.
Right, exactly. They'll have their reputation fucking ruined as well. Maybe this person who is like accusing Tayler Holder of shit, whoever they may be, maybe there's someone that he's still fond of or still a friend of. Maybe he's someone that he doesn't want their reputation messed with.
There's also the fact that if the allegations are proven to be false, assuming that we know what they are about, the person who accused them will also have the reputation ruined, because what the fuck is wrong with you? You accused of somebody of false allegations, you sick bastard.
That right there, that would not be cool either. Because like we've had friends, we have been on the opposite end of false accusations ourselves. I will not shy away from that shit. But I'm not.
Hang on a minute.
What's up?
Before you go any further, a new comment from Geeks by Ever. I know a girl who was fingered by her date after they ate buffalo hot wings. He didn't wash his hands before he started.
Oh no!
So no second date, I'm guessing.
Oh, why would you do that?
Okay, Angel, I take back what I said earlier. This is a new fucked up, weird fucking thing. And I don't care if the person wanted to prove that he was right or wrong.
Yo,
come on, guys. Please mind your hygiene. Your partner will appreciate it.
Yes, and don't forget to get under the fingernails too, gents and ladies, if you're into that stuff. Get under the fingernails.
You're putting your fingers, one of the parts with the most bacteria in your body, into your insides, the most delicate parts of another person's body. You are asking for trouble if you're not careful.
Exactly.
God, I felt dirty reading it.
Hey, you think that's dirty, Jose? I'm gonna have to send you a video from Justin Wang about a lady with a very peculiar fetish.
Please don't. I love Wang's content, but Wang's content is the kind of shit that I watch at night when nobody can see me. Because I'm pretty sure every time I watch Wang's content, I'm like, this is amazing. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm in a registry now. And he knows too. That mustachioed son of a bitch.
Yep, from Tales from the Internet.
Love your work, Wang.
God almighty, this fucking guy.
But back to your point, Wancho. So yes, in our channel, we've had a history. We've been on the receiving end of false accusations before. I have myself. And we know what it's like. It fucking blows.
And reputation doesn't recover, sometimes even decades after the fact. Because some people are just fucking evil, man. And they just don't care what they do to others as long as they get what they want. And we have sadly seen that far too many times before. Regardless, ultimately, we cannot jump into the line here. And I know it feels like I'm playing devil's advocate by proceeding to the idea of possible innocence, but I just want to make sure that I'm covering the bases so I'm not basically fucking this up.
No, you're doing exactly what I would be doing over here at this point. It's, okay, we're not going to go ahead and say that this guy did something because we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. But folks are hollering out the ass. They're like, yeah, I can't, like, I don't remember who, but on, again, back to Keemstar, on his video and one of the other videos that was part of that playlist that I showed you guys to do the research on this, there was someone was saying, like, okay, like, they put up a very nebulous, like, Instagram post saying, like, you know what you did and it was horrible. I'm disgusted by you, Tayler. How could you do this to them? No name.
See?
No.
That's the shit.
Details.
That right there is the shit that I can't trust. Because if you're saying this, like this nebulous shit, you're not accusing somebody normally. You're essentially demanding that the public believe you by giving this this ambiguous claim. That's not the shit that you put in public unless you want the public to know while giving out as little detail as possible. Like, how do you expect me to take that?
I can't. On principle, I cannot take that. Anything that any sort of
Lord
situation.
knows we've been on Facebook long enough to know that we can't trust that shit at face value anymore.
It's true. Like we literally we can't. We cannot. It's like we need evidence. We need proof. I've had people come up to me. We've had people come up to Jose and some folks coming up to you, Angel, with fucking proof. One of the few fucking things that came out of that CG movie, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, was excellent CG animation.
Where's the proof?
There, thank you.
Where is the proof?
Where's the proof?
I mean,
Freaking
to
James
his
Wood.
credit, he may have been the antagonist, but he had a point. At that point, the good guys were basically running on fucking power of friendship. It wasn't his fault that he lived in a world where power of friendship was actually important.
Like, go fucking figure. It was just it just happened to be a coincidence that power of friendship works. So go fucking figure.
Bro, you're in a movie called Final Fantasy. What do you think was going to happen?
He didn't know. He was just James Wooding. But,
damn it! James Woods, you play Hades. You should have known better than to not believe in the power of love, friendship, heroes, whatever the fuck.
But he was seeking the proof!
But yes, that aside, like I said, we understand that right now tensions are running high because assuming that there might be some meat, if there is some sparks to the smoke in this fire, this could be something severely troublesome. Like this could end careers, destroy friendship, fracture families. But until we get something actually solid, those accusations mean nothing. I can scream to the heavens that the sky is red, but if you step outside, you know I'm going to be wrong.
right.
We need more. We need more.
We got Gene Rick on the chat. He's saying hello to everyone. Hi, Gene Rick. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the Black Files. We're discussing the nebulous allegations that are made against the social media personality boy toy Tayler Holder. And we're over here working ourselves into a shoot. I've got a pretzel in my head because no one's speaking up. No one's actually giving details. But everyone is running around like chickens with their heads chopped off, sending cease and desist letters on Tayler Holder's end to YouTubers and other social media people and on their platforms, telling them to stop talking about him. We're not here to disparage anyone. We're here to ask what is going on.
Pretty much, and you do have a point. They're doing all this stuff.
We have to ask questions.
All right, hang on. I was going to say, like, you're absolutely right. And they're still doing this stuff to them, but nobody's speaking up. And until somebody speaks up, you know all that stuff is going to get dismissed later.
Unfortunately, true. That is also a way to dismiss things because accusations without proof are a good way for naysayers to go, where's the proof?
Exactly. Like, I can tell you, like, one of my friends and a friend of the Ravens flock, he got his life completely upended. Half of the shit, actually more like 75% of the shit that he was accused of was from rumors, innuendo, bullshit.
And heresy.
And fucking hearsay, yes. The other 25% or whatever was actually left of it was, yeah, he fucked up and he owned up to every part that he fucked up for, and he paid the price.
He paid his debt to society, as they say.
I have it on good authority that we actually live in one. It's a shitty one, but we live in one.
Sometimes I wish it didn't. But yeah, Point in case is right now, thanks to the internet, one effect of the internet is the fact that information is easier to find now than ever before. However, that means that it's also way, and I do mean way too easy to start shit and accuse people for no reason. Like, let me put it this way, just a while ago, one of the people that I follow on Twitter, I'm not going to say names, but they basically landed a rather scathing critique of the movie Turning Red. They just didn't like the art style because it's basically 3D col arts, and they fucking hated it.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this seems a little exaggerated, but whatever. Opinions. Guess what they did?
What do they do?
Some dipshit, most likely a minor, tried to took his name, copy-pasted it on top of a rather controversial tweet praising the movie Cuties. See? It's too easy. It is simply too easy to start shit nowadays. Now, I'm not saying these are the same circumstances, but at the end of the day, we have to rely on proof. Because if we take every single thing that people say at face value, then, well, let's just say whatever faith in humanity I have left will be disappearing very, very quickly.
I believe you may recognize these words, Angel, and no time better than now that these words ring true in the world of social media, in the world of information manipulation and stuff. Gene Rick is over here saying it's funny. It is funny times. Allegations seem to be all you need these days. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths spun by different interests continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems. Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large. The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but no one is right. Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth. And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper. We're trying to stop that from happening. It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics.
It's been 30 fucking years.
Nope. No, it hasn't been 30 years, Angel. It's only been 21 years. It's only been 21.
I hate how right. I hate the fact that this man has not stopped being right for the last 23 years.
What's up, Juan?
Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations? That is what it means to create context.
Wow.
Hideo Kojima warned us. Hideo Kojima fucking warned us.
You know what the funny thing is, though? He did it again. Recently on a Twitter post, he commented that the main message of his main Metal Gear series has been that he dislikes nuclear war and weapon proliferation. And to this day, nothing has changed. Everything is still the same.
You're not wrong. Yeah, no,
damn it!
It's the most... he is an ardent pacifist. All right? Hideo Kojima, our lord and ruler, hallowed be thine horn-rimmed glasses.
Our boy,
the man who smokes weedus with Mads and Reedus and the funky fetus.
Smoke weedus every day, used.
But and Gene Rick is saying, well, it's very well said, guys. Yeah, no, thank you. It's literally the speech from Metal Gear Solid 2. But the point is,
which has not stopped being right for the last 20-something years.
On the one hand, these allegations, if there's nothing to them, they shouldn't even be fucking saying this shit in the first place. But on the other hand, everyone is acting, every party involved, from Tayler Holder to the other influencers, to Keemstar, to other social media platforms that are trying to talk about this, are responding in as if we already have the full story, even though we don't. Even though there's not a single woman or man or NB person coming forward and saying, yeah, Tayler Holder diddled my pickle when I was 15 or something. Not even. No one's fucking said anything. But we're all just supposed to take it at face value. Yeah, he fucking did something. Well, we need to know.
You know why?
No.
Because they can get away with it. That's the worst
Pretty
part.
much.
Any influencer channel that takes the beast on this one, they'll basically talk all the shit in the world, and when everything, no matter what happens, they get out of it scot-free. Let me put it this way. I could sit here and accuse this man of literally every single fucking crime under the sun. I could literally sit here and talk non-stop shit about this TikToker who I never known, I will never meet, and will most likely mean absolutely nothing to me. I could just sit here and just talk enormous quantities of shit. And you know what happens if he's proved innocent or guilty? You know what happens to me? Nothing. I get to walk away
not a fucking thing.
because I'm just some asshole on YouTube that no one listens to, even though my words and actions may in fact hurt someone's reputation. And that's the problem. People can just get away with it. They can simply just tell you they can get away with it. And they can say all the shit in the world they want and get away with it. Which is why, more than anything, I make it clear that we simply give our opinions and we do not claim that they are fact. Because I refuse to believe that we live in a world where some asshole can take our words and claim that we are accusing this person of a crime. We are not ruling that kind of shit. That is not how it works, damn it.
Angel brings up a good point, and something I wanted to add, depending on like the accusation, like if it's like enough to get people on your side and to get people to fucking hate the guy you're accusing, then any evidence you bring after the fact won't make a difference, because hey, you bring all the evidence you want and it'll clear your name legally, but you still have to deal with the backlash from the public court of opinion.
Court of public opinion. Yeah.
There'll always be a group of dipshits that will be like, I don't care if there is irrefutable evidence that this person did not commit the crimes. I refuse to believe anyone who is not a victim.
I still don't trust him.
He's a shitty character.
Yeah, no, the underdog complex, the underdog victim complex is always a problem, because the public can be very easily swayed by somebody who claims, what was it again that the Simpsons said it? You don't need to say anything else. Your tears say more than any proof ever will.
Holy fuck, that was in The Simpsons?
Yes, it was.
When?
Hang on, which episode of The Simpsons? What was happening in The Simpsons?
I don't know the episode, unfortunately. All I know is what happened. It was a lady claiming that basically she was being assaulted by somebody, and she claimed that she never met the guy, or she never saw him, but then she starts crying, and the announcer goes, you don't need to say anything else. Your tears speak more than any evidence ever will.
I need to look for that. That might be one of the newer episodes.
Holy shit.
It's amazing, really, how it all becomes truth. The world is being engulfed in truth. Yep. I laugh because otherwise I'd be crying right now.
Pain.
Suffering, even.
Despair, if you will.
Anguish for those so inclined. Endless trash.
Of course, folks are going...
A lot of questions, a lot of suspicious activity, but ultimately still no proof. The only thing that genuinely makes me uneasy about this, the one that makes me go, wait a minute, what are you guys doing? Is the fact that not only no one is saying anything, everyone, and we do mean almost everyone, is going out of their way to disassociate with this person. That means that they either all believe the rumors, or there's some bullshit going on in there.
Or there's enough shit in the watering hole that they're not going to drink from it. That there's enough, even if the allegations are bogus, they're heinous enough that you don't want to go near it. You know what that reminds me of? And this is such a weird allegory, but you're gonna understand it. The little B story from from this episode of Rick and Morty, where Rick and what's the fucking dad's name again? Jerry.
Jerry
decide to have an adventure with a talking cat, who is voiced by Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yep, and they're like, "Oh no, the talking, how are you able to talk? Oh, that doesn't matter. I'm just here to have a good time." And they fucking brain scan the talking cat to find out where he gets his ability from, and they actually, like, Rick looks in his little visor or whatever and see you hear horror and bloody murder in there. Like, oh my god, this is so horrible. Like, the implication is so heinous. They're not going to show the audience. They're just leaving that nebulous and up to your imagination, to the point where Rick and Jerry are both horrified. They're like, get the fuck out. Get this cat away from me. And you have little cat Matthew Broderick, boo hoo hoo, walk away. And he's like, oh my god, I need it out of my memory. Fucking tries to blast his head off. How fucking heinous. What did the cat come from? Where did the talking cat come from? What did he do to warrant that reaction, that response? What did Tayler Holder do or is being accused of that is warranting over 50 influencers in the LA area from blackballing him, which is
Over
warranting
50 people.
fucking.
And we don't know how many of those knew him or worked with him. So now, on one hand, like I said, this could be a bunch of influencers going, okay, this guy is accused of something and cutting ties. But the other more sinister possibility is that they know him long enough that they're willing to believe this shit immediately. And I really hope that's not the case. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, this is one of the stories that we're going to want to keep our ears on as it develops. Well, if it ever develops, because like you said, we're still waiting on someone to talk. But when someone does pipe up and say something, where you folks watching right now, folks listening, we in the Ravens flock, we're going to be the first. You're going to hear it from us first.
You're going to hear it from us
and we
first.
invite you to
definitely
make up your own ideas. But please do not spread this matter as heresy and do not point fingers or accuse. Right now, we do not know what's happening. So if you start pointing fingers and demanding answers and asking and pretty much assuming what's going to happen, it's going to make you look rather silly.
At the same time, though, anyone who has actually committed any sort of situation like this or who has been victimized for it, I would sincerely, and I'm not saying this like, oh, if you're a real victim, you should come forward or else you're just making it up. Like, this is one of those sort of situations where there are so many different people involved in it that someone has to actually give details and give them soon. Otherwise, like we said, the court of public opinion and the rampancy of speculation will take hold. It will drive people into saying and doing a lot of stupid shit. And before you know it, someone is going to get hurt. And it won't even be for the reason that is involved in this at all. And no one wants that. Exactly. Whether it was Tayler Holder who actually did something or he didn't, and he's the one who fucking is getting accused of something he didn't do, or someone is victimized and they're never like validated or they're never fucking like get to see any form of justice or consequence on him. Whatever the situation may be, someone has to actually come up, be a fucking man, be a fucking woman. I say this not in the terms of being a gendered person. I'm saying this, be a man by giving the fucking details. Whether you're a man, woman, NB, like is demi person, anyone in between. I'm saying like, come correct, come with receipts, come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be. All right, as a trend, as a friend, as an old enemy. There's
Very
Nirvana
nice.
for you.
Ha ha ha! Kurt Cobain would be happy.
No, Kurt Cobain would not be happy. Kurt Cobain hated this Hollywood shit, and he would have smacked me in the mouth like, why are you associating?
We would have told you to go Kurt Cobain yourself.
Ow, fuck, dude.
Oh, damn.
God damn it. Angel,
Hey, listen,
Angel,
the man
relax,
has
will ya? Let's relax on that. We all know Courtney did it.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we could pretty much wrap this up. There's really not much else to discuss about Tayler Holder at this point.
All we have is questions, and we can simply wait for the answer. Unless somebody knows where he lives, and I can go ask him directly, Tayler, what the fuck's going on, my man?
Even if we knew where he lived.
Who are you? Get out of my room. And I'd be like, listen, the door was locked and the window was open. I had to make do. This is for journalism. Now sit down there while I tie you up to this chair and ask you some questions.
Like, how do you know where I live? Shh.
It's okay.
I'm asking the questions.
Knowledge.
Look at me.
Also, listen, I appreciate if you don't tell my friend Juan that I stole his microphone because I needed those wires to tie you to the chair. I'm pretty sure they're not that expensive. Oh, yeah, and I bludgeoned your security guard with this fancy camera. I think I broke something.
No! Not my camera!
Hey, at least he borrowed something from you and not from me.
Right. Oh, yeah, and if you see a broken guitar like on the floor, don't worry about it. It's not yours.
Angel, Jose
Which
does
one?
have...
I have more than one.
Jose does have a nice hefty 10-pound championship replica belt made of genuine leather and metal. You could always use that.
Yeah, but I don't want to give the WWE a good reputation. They don't deserve it.
Good point.
Hey, at least Angel has standards.
Exactly. They're somewhere, but I know I have them. I promise.
We in the Ravens flock may not be professionals, but we do have standards.
Exactly.
Yep. And Gene Rick is saying he read it. It's sexual abuse allegations. Yes. But sexual abuse of whom?
And how many? And what happened? I want deets.
Like
right now, those words, sexual abuse allegations, are a goddamn bear trap. What I want to know is, are you trying to catch bear or are you trying to catch deer? Because I've seen those words being used for evil purposes, my man.
It's true.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to know, and I want information.
Please. We want to know. Not because we're nosy motherfuckers, not because it has anything to do with us, but because, sad as it is, the guy's a public figure. He made himself so. He puts his life out on TikTok. He puts himself out on social media. He's made himself very wealthy and very popular. He is extremely beholden to the court of public opinion in this matter, and that shit's not going to let go until something comes out. And it's gotta.
Exactly. Ultimately, it's simply a matter of when you open your heart to the world, you open yourself to their love and to their hate. It is an unfortunate consequence of the spotlight that a lot of people don't consider. But like I said, we'll just have to see what happens now. All we can do is wait and see. And so we'll wait and see. But I guarantee you, the moment we hear anything about this that sounds like solid proof, we'll let the public know as well. If only to let you know what we know. Because if nothing else, we are very clear with the information we provide.
Agreed.
Well, at least we try to be. We try to give folks as much clear, concise, clean-cut info.
Thank you, Gene Rick. I appreciate you kindly for this matter. He just posted a tweet from our little podcast. I appreciate it, man. I hope that whoever sees that and decides to follow us is entertained by our commentary.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
do I.
And yes, piggybacking off of what Juan said, like we at the Ravens Flock, we do the best we can in our due diligence whenever we discuss any topic on any of our shows.
We might be wrong sometimes, but we'll be the first ones to admit that we are wrong because we are many things, but we ain't chumps.
No, we're not.
Exactly.
I got another confession to make. I am no fool.
Pretty much. All right, Juanjo, what do you think? You think we're about reaching the end?
Just about here. Just going on with what Angel said, he's got another confession to make. He's no fool. Everyone's got their chains to break holding you. Were you born to resist or be abused? Is someone getting the best of you?
Oh my God.
Are you gone and on to someone new? All right. But truthfully, we'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and wrap up for now. As Jose and Angel mentioned, we're going to keep our eyes and ears open on this story. I want to go ahead and thank another friend of ours who tipped me onto this story. That'd be our good friend Steph, the Alter Nerd. She clued me in on the details on this. So I want to go ahead and she's on a tear right now in the world of YouTube, where we're striving to make our way to 1K. Steph the Alter Nerd has beat us to that by leaps and bounds. She is on her way to 10K. She just very recently hit 9,000 subscribers. 9,040 some odd subscribers. And
She's
I want to go
an inspiration to us all.
And I want to go ahead and congratulate her on that. And if you haven't done so already,
Steph, you did great.
If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to Steph the Alter Nerd. She is your nerdy alternative to news and true crime analysis. Go ahead and check her out. Her link is going to be here in the YouTube chat right now.
Just want to intervene, Juancho, and before you plug us out, I just want to tell the folks what to look forward for this week. Obviously, as mentioned in the earlier part of the show, tomorrow night on Wrestle Rewind at 10 p.m. Eastern, which is Thursday nights, where I will be reviewing WWE NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. This also includes this week's special televised event from WWE NXT's Vengeance Day.
Vengeance Day.
Where
Does
the main
that mean the
event
sequel is going to be called Revengeance Day?
Angel, you're being too ambitious. Angel, you're being too hopeful, man. Don't do this to yourself.
But it was such a cool word. We gotta use it more often. I demand more revengeance in my life.
I will be discussing the NXT Vengeance Day, which includes the main event NXT Championship match between the defending champion Braun Breaker versus Santos Escobar.
We're going heavy on this one, I see.
Yep.
Along with tonight's edition of AEW Dynamite, which features the main event of the TNT Championship with the Spanish God Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. And
Nice.
Also to look forward for this Saturday for Los Amigos Play, which will be at 5 p.m., will be the final lap.
5 p.m. Eastern.
Devil May Cry, on 5 p.m. Eastern, the final lap of Devil May Cry 1. Angel, I think you and I can both safely agree it's time we put this game to a close.
That's right. We have gone through a wonderful journey studying the origins of the stylish character action game genre. And now we're going to close it up with one of the most epic endings and the cheesiest voice acting the world has ever witnessed. It's going to be a great time for everybody, and I hope I'll see you guys there.
Yep.
And of course, we're also going to have our flagship show following Los Amigos Play at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, The Ravens Flock. We will be discussing this week's geek nerd related topics, and there's going to be lots of things to talk about. All three of us together.
Yep, you better tune in, folks. We stream every Wednesday night, Thursday night, and pretty much all afternoon and evening Saturdays. So feel free to tune in. I'll go ahead and I'll wrap us up over here. Angel, was there anything more you wanted to add? Since they plugged off our upcoming programs for the week.
I pretty much said my piece. I sincerely hope that our beloved viewers will be there to listen to us once more, and we'll continue to strive to, as our beloved leader likes to say, make your voice our mission.
Our mission.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. Thank you very much for that, Jose. Thank you very much for that, Angel. I'm going to go ahead and sign us off. I want to thank the folks in our chat, Gene Rick and Geeks5 Ever on the YouTube chat. We didn't have anybody come up on our what do you call it? On our Twitch stream, but that's okay. We do simulcast, folks. We simulcast our programs, and I want to thank you very much for tuning into this week's edition of The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we discuss the darker topics of geek culture, pop culture, internet culture, nerd culture, and everything in between. We simulcast this program every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube and Twitch channels. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on your lower right-hand corners over here. Gene Rick's over here saying, peace out. Thanks for covering the story, guys. Appreciate that, Gene Rick. And thank you for sharing our program to everyone else on Twitter. And folks, as you can see, we do interact with our viewers. We interact with everyone who's on the live chat. So if you do watch us live, hit us up. Interject with your commentary, with your comments, and we'll go ahead and interrupt what we're talking about to see what you've got to say. And until next time, we invite you to continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Twitch.tv/TheRavensFlockOnline. And of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabona and Angel Mendez, I'm Juan Arouse. You just got through with your access to the uncensored and uncompromising podcast of the Ravens Flock. This has been the Black Files, and we are out.